Hi, it's Ms. Komiak here, and I just want to go over how to draw the Bohr model of an atom. So I think you guys are pretty good about how to figure out how to calculate the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons. But I'm going to go over it. So here we have helium atom. The number on top, as it says up here, is the number of protons in an element. That's called the atomic number. We know that the atomic number is the number of protons, and we know that the number of protons equals the number of electrons. So if it has 2 protons, that means that it has 2 electrons. This number down below is called the mass number, or the atomic mass. It is the number of protons plus neutrons. So in order to find the number of neutrons, you take the bottom number rounded to the nearest whole number minus the top number, the atomic number. So 4 minus 2 would be 2 neutrons. So let's do that here with carbon. Carbon here, C is carbon. The number of protons is the atomic number, so that's 6. You know the number of 6. The number of protons equals the number of electrons, so that would be 6. The number of neutrons, well, I have to calculate that. I'm going to take this bottom number, the atomic mass, rounded to the nearest whole number. Well, 12.01 would be 12, minus the top number here, which is the atomic number 6. That would be equal to 6 neutrons. Okay. Now we have to figure out how to draw them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open a drawing. I'm going to insert a drawing. All right, so let's start here first with the center of the atom. And let's start with drawing a circle. And what goes in here? Well, what goes in the center is the protons and the neutrons. So this is called the nucleus. And what goes in here is the protons and the neutrons. Okay, so the protons are, how many protons did we have? Let's save and close. The protons here, we said we have 6 protons and 6 neutrons. Okay, so let me go back here and edit this drawing. And so we have 6 protons and 6 neutrons. I'm going to group these together. So I can move this over. Okay. And now what surrounds the nucleus? Well, those are the atom shells. So I'm going to put another shape, and that would be this guy. Okay, so we have another shape here. It's bigger. And okay, so we have our electron shell. This first electron shell can only hold 2 electrons. It's smaller, and it can only hold 2. The next electron shell can hold up to 8. So I'm just going to write that down for you guys by putting it in a text box so you guys can see. This can hold a maximum of 2. Max is 2 electrons. 2 electrons. Okay, I'm going to group these together. So you guys know that. And then let's go ahead and add in another shell. So let's add in another shell. Oh, it's going to be bigger. Oops, what the heck? Another shell. I'll draw another shell because you guys are going to be drawing this. And then I'll make this tinier, narrower. And so move this shell over. So let's make it a little bit fatter. Or not. Okay. So, and then I can have more and more and more shells depending on the number of electrons. The electrons, these shells are called the electron cloud or the shells. So we start and we fill from the inside out. So we have 6 protons, 6 neutrons. If we have 6 protons, that means we have 6 electrons. Let's do an electron as a circle. Another really tiny. I'm going to make them so they're circles. So let's see. We have 6, so we start from the inside out. And we have 1. I'll copy that. Copy and then paste it. 2, because that's filled up. Now that shell is filled up. And so I have 1, 2, I need 4 more electrons that can go in the next shell. So I'm going to put here, I guess I can copy, paste 4 more electrons. So paste, but can't go here. It's going to go to the next shell. That shell is filled up. I'm going to do it again. 1, so 2. Spread it out a little bit. 3. Oops. It's annoying with drawing. You guys will be able to hand draw this. It'll be a lot easier. Paste. 3. Okay. 3. I'm going to put the 4th one over here because they like to be away from each other, the negative charge. And then copy and then paste. So, right? This has a maximum of 2. This one had a maximum of only 8. Did we have to use all 8? No, because we didn't have that many electrons. So this one has a maximum. It has a maximum capacity for 8 electrons. The next shell would have a maximum capacity for 32. So you fill from the inside out, and the inner shell can only have 2. The next shell can have the maximum of up to 8. The next shell can have a maximum of up to 32. Okay, so that's how you do it. All right, so let's see. Who's this? Make this larger so you guys can actually see it. All right, so that was an example. What if we did the example with like fluorine or let's see, right? You can see fluorine here, the atomic structure. All right, it has an atomic number of 9, which means it has 9 protons. If it has 9 protons, that means it has 9 electrons. And we know 19 minus 9 is 10, so it has 10 neutrons. So the protons and neutrons go in the center, and then you have 9 electrons on the outside. The first shell can only hold 1, 2, 1, 2. And then the rest, 9 minus 2 is 7, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the outside. If we had something larger, if we had something like, let's see, I don't know, anything bigger than that. So let's see, atomic number with 11. So, okay, that's sodium with 11. What we'd have to do with sodium is we would calculate the number of protons and neutrons. Well, protons is the atomic number 11. That means it has 11 electrons as well. This neutrons would be 23 minus 11, which would be 12. And then, let's see, we'd start from the inside. 1, 2. The second shell can have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's maxed out, so then we go to this third shell. It can hold up to 32, but we don't have that many electrons in sodium, so it only needs to add that 1. The reason why this is so important is because this outer shell is called a valence shell. and it's important for bonding. So, and you're going to be learning about this in 8th grade and learning about this in high school. So I really want this foundation to be really strong. So we fill from the inside out. The first shell 2 electrons, the second shell 8 electrons, the third shell up to 32 electrons. That's Mr. Rogers. Okay, hope you guys have a great day. If you have any questions, just ask me, and I hope this helps.